Hello, this is the solution for programming assignment 2 of week 9 of the course NPTEL The Joy of Computing Using Python. The problem statement is, we take an input string which may or may not be a palindrome. The string will have characters as well as special characters, that is a dot. So we need to check if we can construct a palindrome by replacing the dots in the input string. So first we read a string from the user. Since strings are immutable, we cannot change the dot value in a string, so we need to convert it to a array. We do that by using the list function. So now we have an array of characters of the string. So the first condition to check for palindromes is that the first element should be similar to the last element. So in this test case, we can say that D is not similar to A, therefore the output is -1 because we cannot convert it to a palindrome. So worst case scenario, both the first and the last element is equal to a dot. So we need to check for this. So first we need to assign first and the last index to compare both of these. First is 0 and last is length of string -1. So now we need to check if both the first and the last element are both equal to dots. If both are equals to dots, we can just change both the values to one alphabet. So that the palindrome condition holds. So both the elements are similar. Second condition is if the first and the last element is different. So in that case, the first element is a dot and the last element is a character, or the first element is a character and the last element is a dot, or neither of them have dots. It's just the first and the last element are different. So we need to write a condition for that. If array of first is not equal to array of last. In this there can be three conditions. If the first element is a dot, then we can simply put the last element value in the first element, so that we get a palindrome. Similarly, if the last element has a dot, then we can put the first element value in the last element. And the last condition is, if neither of them have dots, they're just two different characters, then it's impossible to make it into a palindrome. So we need to print -1. And we need to exit from the program. We can do that by importing sys and saying sys.exit. So the next thing we need to do is we need to check the inner elements for these same conditions. So we need to increment the first index and decrement the last index. And we need to run this loop once more. So we can do that by using a while loop. The condition for this while loop, in this case when the string length is 4, we can see that first incremented to a dot and last incremented to the second last element. So it will run this loop as long as left is less than right. I mean first is less than last. However, when the string length is 5, first is incremented once, it will come here, and last will decrement once, it will come here. But now first is less than last. For the next iteration, first will be similar to last. First will come here, last will come on the dot, and the loop won't run. So the condition will be first is less than equal to last. So now we have an array of a palindrome. We just need to convert it to a string. So we declare an empty string and append the values of the array to the string. And we print the string. The program is working. We can check it in Swayam. As you can see, all the test cases are passed. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.